Hello, in this video I show you how to connect Genius Referrals with Wise. Wise is a payment platform which allows you to pay your advocates in different currencies, in cash, and all over the world. In this integration, we're gonna be looking at first we're gonna be doing the connection between Genius and Wise, and then we are going to run some tests just to make sure that everything is working the way we want it, right? There are a couple of requirements that for this integration. So first of all, you need to have a Genius Referrals account. You need to have the account active, and also you need to have a Wise business account. Obviously, that Wise business account has to have funds so that we can transfer money using your credentials to your advocates, right? So with that being said, let's start with the integration. The first step is going to be to connect Genius with Wise. And for that, you want to go to the program settings. You want to click here under reward campaigns. This is going to bring the program editor. And in here in the program editor, you are going to edit your campaign. Most of you are going to have only one campaign. In my case, I have multiple campaigns. So I'm just going to edit this one here. And that's gonna take you to the reward campaigns wizard. The next step is to go to the reward type section, and in here, you can see all the payment methods available. So we're gonna be working today with Wise. And the first step here is just to click on the setup. Right, we are going to connect Wise with Genius Referrals. To initiate the connection, we are going to need an API token. We're gonna get this API token from Wise. So I'm just gonna go to my Wise account. It's this one here. And I'm just going to log in real quick to get my token. Usually in Wise you have multiple profiles. We're gonna be using, you got a personal profile and a business profile. You need this business account profile to do the payments, to send the transfers. So that's the one that we are going to be using. Look how I have multiple currencies in Wise. Most of you are going to have only one, but in my case I have multiple ones. And also, so once you are here in Wise, you want to go to click here on your profile, and then under settings you want to go to the integrations and tools. Here is where we are going to create that API token that we need to create a connection. So we click here on API tokens, add a new token. We're going to call it Genius Referrals payouts. And we're going to leave this the way it is. So that will create the token. And then let's grab the token so that we can do the connection. So remove the key, copy that key, and now we go back to the program editor to create that connection. So we add the API key token here. We authorize Genius to process payouts using Wise accounts and agree to our terms. And then we create a connection. So now the connection was successfully created. That's good stuff. The next step is work on the associations. So you're gonna have, first thing here is to choose your profile. I'm gonna use the business profile that we have in Wise, and then now we need to do the currency mapping. In Genius Referrals, you can have one currency or multiple currencies. In this case, I have 3 currencies, so I'm gonna be mapping the currencies that I have in Genius with the currencies that I have in Wise. So that if I have an advocate that has a currency in USD, I want to use my Wise currency USD to send that money in USD, right? That way you don't have to do currency conversions or any of that. So I'm just going to choose here USD. Euros, euros, here we go, and GBP. So the next step here is to choose the transfer types. So per currency, once you map your currencies, you're gonna have different type of transfers that you can use. Because I have 3 currencies, I'm just gonna use for euros, and you're gonna use only the option inside euro. I want to choose the outside euro. For USD, I want to choose ACH. Let's choose wire 2, these 2 here, and for GBP, let's choose these 3. Okay. Again, you will choose here's the one that made more sense for your business. Some of these currencies and type transfer methods, they have fees, so make sure that you check with your bank, you know, how much it's going to cost you to do a wire transfer or a IBAN transfer or a SWIFT, or, you know, all these methods, right? Because some things are expensive. So now that we have done this, we click here and save and continue. Let's go to the next step. And here is these are the payout rules. So when we send transfers, when we are processing these payout requests that our advocates are sending to us, we're gonna make sure that we're just not gonna be sending everything in autopilot and have like a no restrictions there, right? So we want to make sure that we have some control of the process. You will be able to put this integration in autopilot if you want to. I don't want to put in autopilot for this in this case, so I want to have control of the process. So I'm going to choose the option here on approval. This means that advocates will have to create the payout request manually, and that payout request needs to be approved manually by my team. Also, I want, once the payout request is being approved, I want to be delivered instantly. I don't want to be scheduled for future delivery. I just want it to be delivered instantly. And that means that we're going to tell Wise, hey, once the payout request is approved, hey, just send the payout. You know, initiate that transfer, send the money to the advocate, to their bank account. Also, we have these limits that you can choose. Maximum payout amount, and this means that how much an advocate can request in a payout request. 500 seems to be fine with me. The minimum, I'm going to put 1. This is the minimum they can request in a payout request per currency. And the daily limit, 100 for now is fine. Again, you can choose here how much you want, how much volume you want to move, on a specific time frame, right? Yeah, so that's it for now. I'm just gonna click here on finish. Now the integrations is sent to the Genius team. They're going to review it. It's in a pending approval right now. The status, so they're going to review it. And there see some issues. If they see some issues, they're gonna get back to you via email. Otherwise, they are going to approve the integration, and you're going to receive an email once that integration is being approved. All right, so now we just wait until that integration is being approved. Okay, so I just received confirmation that the integration is being approved. And once you get the confirmation, you want to come back here to the payment methods section, reward types in your reward campaign, and click here. If you click here on the setup, you will see that the integration is now enabled. We have a summary here of our options, configuration options. And in here, if you want, you can disconnect it, or we can pause the integration and edit the integration. These are actions are they help you to, if you want to pause it, you just say that you want to pause it for a few days, you can just hit the pause button there, or if you want to make changes here in the transfer type, just click the edit button and make the necessary changes, right? Now the next step here, we have the connection done. It's good, it's enabled now. Now we want to, the next step is to activate that integration. When we activate integration, that payment method is now going to be available in your advocates portal, and that will allow your advocates to submit payout requests using that payment method. So I'm just going to activate it here, and that should take care of making it available on the advocate portal. The next step in this process now is to run a test. We do the connection, we activate the connection now, the payment method. So now, how do I know that this is working, right? So let's run a test really quick to make sure that that is working the way we want it. And for that, we're gonna all go to our advocate portal. You can go here to the launch section and click on your advocate portal link. And now, this is the template that I'm using. You would probably using a different one, but this is the one that I choose for this example, for this demo, and for this video, right? So let's create an account really quick here. Let's use this test. Let's do this email, password, and let's sign up really quick. So now, if I go to me as an advocate, if I go to the Get Paid section, I can see here that white is now available. And that's what we want. Right now, advocates can submit those payout requests. And yeah, so let's do something really quick. I see that this advocate doesn't have available balance. So let's issue some bonuses to this advocate so that it can submit a payout request. For that, you want to go to the members page. So you go here on the main menu, members, all members, click there, and you will see your new advocate on that section. It's right here. And then let's issue a manual reward, a manual bonus, issue a manual bonus. Let's use it as reference so that we know that, it's a test bonus. We're gonna issue the bonus. And then, the bonus there is being issued already. Let's make sure that, let's check here on the bonuses page. Go here under rewards, bonuses, and we should see now a new bonus on this section. Right there, that's the bonus. It's in pending status. I want to let's approve it. And now the advocates should be able to, that the balance now is going to be available in the advocates page. So let's go back to the advocates page and refresh this page, and I will see that the balance should be there. If I go to the Get Paid section, you see that I have my can see that I have available $1,000 there, and I can choose. Now I can go to Wise and issue and submit a payout request. Now, for me to be able to submit a payout request, I have to enter I need a bank account here. So I'm just going to click here on this plus button and enter and add a new bank account. So I'm going to choose, I have two options. These are the options that I choose. If you remember, when I activated the USD currency, I choose ACH and wire. These are my bank transfer methods that I activated when I did the connection. So now the advocates, they can choose if they want to receive an ACH, wire, or a wire, right? So for this example, we're going to use the ACH transfer type, and the first thing here is just choose the transfer type. The email is optional. I'm gonna put it here anyways. It's gonna be advocate test. The routing number and the account number, your advocates will get that from their bank account. I'm just going to use the one that I have here. I want the money to be sent to my checking account. Country, United States, city, let's choose Orlando. And name is 323. Something like that, and the state is Florida. And I think that's all. Let's click on this add button. So now the bank account has been activated and I can use it. So if I close that, it's available right here. I can choose that bank account and also enter how much I want to be sent to my account. Let's choose here $250. I want to redeem $250 as ACH. This is my name, the advocate's name. Transfer type is going to be ACH, $250, right? And that's going to be sent to my bank account. Then I click here on the redeem. That is going to create a redemption request, and you will see here in your history too. The advocates, they can see that they have a new payout request. Requested status, type is Wise, and they just wait. If you go now to the advocates into the admin portal, you go to the payout section here under the main menu under payouts, rewards, and then payouts. You will see that we have now a new payout request. I'm refreshing the page. Again, now we have a $250 payout request. It's a Wise type, is Wise request. It's in its requested status, and it was done a few seconds ago. Let's take a look at the details of that payout request. Again, requested, status requested, Wise. This is the advocate that submitted the payout request. Payment method details, Wise, routing number, account type, all this information. We don't have a transfer ID yet. The transfer ID is done once we approve the payout request. We can see the transactions here, and so far we don't have bonuses associated to that payout request. We'll see bonuses here once the payout request is complete. So the next step is, once you're happy with, say, okay, well, this is a payout, everything looks good. Let's approve the payout request. You just need to move it to processing, and then the system will will tell Wise to initiate that transfer and complete that payment. The time frame here, it depends on the transfer method. So sometimes it's faster than sometimes it's slower. It will depend on Wise. We really don't control that. But once a payout request has been completed, you will see something like this. So this one here has been completed. You get this message here telling you that the status has been paid, and payout on funds. The Wise has payout funds to the recipient, and down here you can see that status change to completed, advocacy detail, Wise information. You get now the transfer, Wise transfer ID, which you can use to check on Wise details of that transfer, bonuses associated to that payout request, and all the transitions here. All right. So also, if you go to Wise, in Wise you will get something like this. You can search for your transactions using that transfer number ID, and then you will see all the details related to that transfer. There are some scenarios that might require you to add some additional requirements. For instance, sometimes it depends on the currency or the country where you're transferring money to. Wise will require you to send additional requirements. If that's the case, the payouts requests are going to be put on hold, and you're going to get a message here telling you that you need to enter additional requirements so that we can complete that payout request. And the additional requirements are going to be here. See it right there, transfer requirements options, and then you will enter. It will list all the requirements that you have to enter, and then you will choose the options. And once you've done completed doing that, you will resubmit the payout request to it will be put on hold, and then you move it back to processing so we can try again. If Wise accepts the requirements, then it will move it to completed. Otherwise, it will put it back. We will put it back in hold, and we will ask for new requirements. I'll tell you here at the top. You will see the message telling you the reason why the payout request was not completed. So you kind of have to troubleshoot there, see what's the reason, provide extra information until the payout is complete. So I hope that this is being helpful. Let us know if you have any questions or comments. You can reach out to your support team. Thank you.